Hi, I'm Ryan Johnson. I work with the Ramsey Conservation District.
And I'm Rachel Roush, and I also work for the Conservation District as an intern this summer.
So we're on Lake McCarran's today. What we're doing on the lake is we're looking to see what kind of vegetation is growing. And we're specifically doing this here today because we want to look at potentially doing a weed harvest out here just to thin out some of the species that are here. There are a lot of native ones like coontail, and there's also a lot of Eurasian milfoil, and there's a lot of filamentous algae too, where this is kind of this big green mat up on top. But what we'll do now is we'll actually take the rake, we'll toss it over, and then Rachel will identify what's on the rake, and then we'll record what we have found.
So the rake is almost 100% covered with coontail. So we'll give that a rating of 5. And then we have a 2 of a filamentous algae. And then I'd say 1 watermeal too. And 1 Eurasian milfoil. And those are all the species found on this rake.
Hi, my name's Ryan Johnson.
And I'm Mike Goodnature.
And today we're going to talk about biovolume and our macrophyte surveys that we did with Capital Region on 5 of their lakes this year.
In addition to traditional point sampling of lake vegetation to determine plant species, we also collected data using a depth finder to identify abundance of those types of species in each lake.
And here are the lakes that we completed last year and also this year. So with Capital Region, we did Como Lake, Loeb Lake, McCarran's Lake, and Upper and Lower Crosby. So on, say, Como Lake here, for example, we have our points, which we collected the species information at, and the relative abundance was kind of shown in a little chart here. And also you'll be able to see the heat map, which we used the sonar for to actually collect the mass of vegetation that was growing there. So the redder the color, the more dense the vegetation was, and then green is much less vegetated.
Ramsey County Public Works has been testing water quality for recreational lakes in Ramsey County since 1981. During the summer of 2012, water sampling was completed on 29 lakes. Here are Whitney Thiesing and John Mansky, who work for Ramsey County Public Works, on their visit to McCarran's Lake to complete water quality monitoring tests. These tests include measuring phosphorus, nitrogen, chlorophyll, pH, chloride, alkalinity, dissolved oxygen, and temperature, as well as other parameters. Each lake received a score and letter grade ranking based on 3 measurements. First, a physical test for water transparency using the Secchi disc. Second, a chemical test to measure total phosphorus concentration. And finally, a biological test to measure chlorophyll A concentration. The average water quality score was calculated for each lake, and a letter grade ranking was assigned. Overall, 2012 lake water quality remained constant relative to 2011. There were 8 lakes measuring a decline by 1 grade level, and 7 lakes showing improved measurements by 1 grade level. Here are the overall results by final grade ranking. The lakes that received a D ranking for the worst water quality were Bennett, Como, Silver Lake East, and Upper Long Lake. Those that received a C ranking were Bald Eagle, Crosby, Jarvis, Keller, Coleman, Lower Long Lake, Owasso, Silver Lake West, Valentine, and Wakefield. The lakes that received B rankings were Beaver, Island, Johanna, Josephine, Little Crosby, Phelan, Round, and Twin. And the lakes with the best water quality in Ramsey County and received A rankings were Loeb, McCarran's, Otter, Snail, Turtle, Wabasso, and White Bear Lake. This important detailed monitoring and testing process conducted by Ramsey County Public Works can help assure there will be many happy herons in Ramsey County.